New Ironheart shirt, say no more. Let's get right into it. Yeah, you heard that right. Brand new shirt from Ironheart. It's this one. It's the 295BB, so black. And you know what? I don't have a black shirt at all in my range. I've got a lot of Ironheart shirts. You guys know that. And I just kind of needed to pull the trigger on this one because I've been eyeing up a black shirt for quite some time. I was looking at their Johnny Cash shirt. You guys probably know about that. And then this one came out. It's a continuous production. I just don't know why I've not seen it before. It's been around before, but they've just restocked on it. Links below. And it's I just had to pull the trigger. It's a Western shirt as well. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know back in the day I was like absolutely against Western shirts. I was all for the work shirts. And for some reason, I don't know, I started to get a few flannels and I was just a bit of a convert. Yeah, I had to pull the trigger. This shirt is phenomenal. It is 14 ounces. It is black, so it's a black rope dyed warp and a sulphur dyed weft, which will fade to grey. The weft will fade to grey over time. If you go to the Ironheart website and go to the forum for this shirt and you see some of the fade that people have had on this, mate, it's so good. Now, as I said, 14 ounces. It is a bit of a hefty shirt, and you feel it when you get it. It is solid. It feels like cardboard when you get it straight out of the box, the packaging. If you've got the Ironheart Military Surge Western, that feels similar in terms of the stiffness to it. I'm told this does very much soften up over time. It is still comfortable to wear. Weirdly enough, it feels a bit, stiff and whatever, but I've been wearing it quite a bit lately, and it does feel very comfortable after a few wears. Now, from reading the forums on this shirt, what I really liked about it is that the sizing, it's still the same sizing. So I took my regular size. I am usually a large in Ironheart, and I took a large in this as well. Now, for reference, I am about 6 foot, so that is around 183 centimeters, I think. And I am roughly 80 kilograms, which is 176 pounds, I do believe. My chest is usually between a 40 and a 42, so I'm like a 41 sometimes. So I usually take my regular size in Ironheart, which is a large. I don't have any mediums in Ironheart at all. So I've got a large, and it fits great. Now, when I say great, and that's a term that can be used loosely, for me, a lot of Ironheart shirts have their sleeves really long, because they're essentially a motorcycle clothing brand, I guess. So supposedly when you're riding a motorcycle, the longer the sleeves, it pulls back and it fits great. After reading the forums on this one, people said they took their regular size, mostly, and it does fit a little bit snug. And also, the sleeves are a little bit shorter, and I can confirm that is correct. Now, this feels to me like an old flannel that I've had from, I think, the Flathead many years and years ago. That was very trim, very fitting, very short in the sleeves, and just was lovely. And I can see this is going to be that kind of shirt. So, if you're someone that wants a shirt that is a bit more forgiving, a bit more roomy, then maybe I would think about going size up. Now, we know Western shirts are usually a trimmer cut anyway than a work shirt, so take that into consideration when we're thinking about this. But I think overall, in terms of the Western cut for this shirt specifically, it feels a little bit trimmer. Now, some of the details, if we go over some of the details, and again, I don't really need to go over all the details of an Ironheart shirt because you know they're great. Now, it's, as I said, 14 ounces. Which is hefty. It is black, so that is a black rope dyed warp and a black sulphur dyed weft, which will fade to grey, and it'll just look amazing. Black tonal stitching, so all the stitching around everywhere is all black as well. You've got that black tonal stitch run off down the bottom for those who like that as well. You've got your black Permex snaps that are just solid. They don't miss a beat. They can be pimped out again, so if you're buying this from Ironheart, you can get them to change them for you, or you can do it yourself. You can go to their website and you can buy all the different kind of snaps on there. And I mean, it's that simple, really. You've got your two breast pockets as you do. I usually chuck my wallet in there, my keys in the other if they usually fit. And I think it just looks great. All black with the silver of the Permex snaps looks fantastic. One thing I will say though is if you're getting this and you are getting your regular size and you're getting your trim regular size, If you wear a watch, I say it on a lot of videos about feeling of a watch underneath. It may restrict a little bit. It's something that I've found. If you're wearing a big watch especially, it's very tight around the sleeves, like so much so that even without a watch on, it's very hard to get this off. Like you have to really pull it. That'll stretch, but you've got the snaps on the end that can come off and roll them up. But yeah, it's a nice fitted shirt, put it that way. As with Ironheart shirts, I mean, these snaps are just great. You love that sound, ready? Ah, that's great. I do love that. Now when done up, and I've got this on another Ironheart, actually the Military Surge Western, when done up, it can feel a little bit restrictive, not uncomfortable, but it's a new shirt with a hefty fabric. So when it's done all the way up to this one here, I mean, I don't even know if I can do this top one up, can I? Even with a large, I'd say this is my fit. The top button I can do up. That's quite restrictive. That's quite tight. Now when you do these up, especially with this one and the Military Surge Western that I've got on because it's Western, it's kind of trim. I can feel it pulling in on my shoulders, so it's not the most comfortable. If I put my shoulders back, it pulls there. So I don't think I'd ever do that up, and probably would never really do this one up either. So just like this with a white t-shirt, looks good. Feels good, doesn't cut in under the arms like the Military Surge Western did when I first got it. It does feel a little bit pulley across my chest. Some may say this is too small for me, but I trust that this is going to stretch a little bit. And think about it, if you're going for nice fades over time, and this will fade to grey beautifully, you want a trimmer shirt as well. It'll sort of enhance, accentuate those fades. If it's more loose, you'll just get a kind of a same kind of fade balance over the whole garment, if that makes sense. So I'm looking forward to having this a bit more trim, a bit more tied up like that, so it'll fade beautifully. One thing I will say is this black is prone to having things like dog hair stick to it. It's like a magnet. Though I do have a dog, and I've been wearing this for over a week now, and there is not much I can see on it. Not that I've been rolling in the dog, but you get the picture. I don't think it's that bad. Some people think it's quite annoying, but cool thing is it also has the printed on, I think it's stenciled on information around where the fabric's from and how to wear it, etc. Basically says wear it as long as possible without washing. The reason why they say that is because the longer you wear it and not wash it or soak it, the more the areas that are exposed or agitated more will fade, right? And the places that aren't exposed and agitated and rubbed will stay black. So in theory, the next time you wash it or soak it, then those faded bits will, the black will wash away and it'll be more high contrast. If you keep washing it, washing it or soaking it all the time, the black will just be uniform across. It'll just fade, pretty much the same. And obviously, people love, the honeycombing effects in the creases there, and then also, in other areas. So that's why that information is there, basically. That leads me to one thing, and one thing only to talk about, and that is the price. And we all know, or if you don't know, if you're new around here, to Ironheart shirts, then they are high quality, and with high quality comes usually high prices, and this is no exception to the rule. This is an expensive shirt. I mean, all of the Ironheart shirts are pretty much expensive. This retails for 319 British pounds, which is around $385 US. Now, just short of $400 for a shirt is quite a lot of money, but I'm telling you now, this shirt is sturdy, it is thick, it'll last you a long time. You won't need to buy another shirt unless you don't like the fading of it and you want a black shirt again, or you fall off a bike and rip it to shreds. But honestly, this shirt is sturdy as hell. I love the silhouette of it. I love where it sits just below my belt line. It's not long. A lot of the flannels are quite long, but this is just perfect. You're getting a lot of fabric for 385 bucks. Trust me on that. It's heavy. It's Japanese. It's 14 ounces. It's rope dyed. It's sulphur dyed. A lot has gone into it. It'll look fantastic once you put the effort in after a few years, months, whatever. Go to the Ironheart forums on their website. Look at the shirt. Click the link to the forums and look at people's versions of this shirt. Absolutely incredible. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you enjoy that. If you have this shirt or a similar shirt, the Military Surge Western or the CPO shirt or even the Johnny Cash shirt, let me know how you think they compare. I'd love to know what you think about this shirt or similar shirts. If you're new around here and you've just stumbled across this channel, hit the subscribe button. I do loads of stuff on Ironheart and all the similar brands in the industry. And without you guys subscribing, I can't do things like this, bring, you know, honest reviews to the channel of how things feel, how things wear, how you perceive them, rather than the nice promo shots that people put out everywhere. I like to do reviews on how things actually wear, feel, and, you know, trend over time. So if you haven't subscribed, hit the red button. Really appreciate it. Same with the like button. Also appreciate it. With all that being said, I'll stop mumbling. Have a great day and see you in the next one.